Nate's got an interesting one here, if I'm using the proper term. Tell me the top 4 bowl rivals for Ohio State. Well, to me, I don't really understand the question, but I'm going to go USC, 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 and USC historically.
Yes.
They met in the Rose Bowl a zillion times, and that was the matchup everyone wanted to see typically every year in the 60s, 70s, and into the 80s. So I'll say USC and pretty much nobody else.
Don't you think Clemson is the right answer, though?
Now,
and Alabama.
Okay.
That's the today answer is Clemson. I mean, and
I've never seen Ohio State and Clemson, Ohio State and USC in a game that I would remember in a bowl game, and I'm in my upper 20s.
I mean, there's certainly. I mean, I think you just could say Ohio State versus the SEC or whatever, just based on a long stretch of futility, and then they broke through a little bit, and then the man tried to take away the 2010 game against Arkansas or whatever, and whatnot. But yeah, it's easy to sit there and say that, yeah, it's Clemson and Alabama. But the first team that came to my mind, and I was going to give the exact same answer that Mark did, I was just going to say USC 4 times.
Yeah, I mean, over the course of history, they played USC a bunch, in the Rose Bowl, and they did play them in that one Cotton Bowl, I guess, down in Dallas here a few years ago, which was kind of a weird thing for Ohio State USC to play in Dallas. But it was well attended, and people, received it pretty well down there. So I don't know. I agree. I think it's Clemson and Alabama. Anytime you could put any of those 3 teams, 2 of those 3 teams on a field together, I think you got some type of magical matchup that really means something. And they're the 3 hottest commodities in college football. I know it's fatigue for the rest of the nation, but if you want to change that, then Georgia, Oklahoma, somebody's going to have to knock them off at some point. And haven't seen anybody capable of doing it here in recent years.
I will also say it's unfortunate that Ohio State can't get back to their bowl rivalry with South Carolina, but they've just been too good. So maybe one day they can get back to the Outback Bowl or whatever it's going to be called by then, and they can play some South Carolina in a bowl game.